What is up, you guys? Kyle here, coming to you with what I think is the best daily driver for under $10,000. If you're the one who's going to argue with me that a Honda Civic is going to be more reliable and less expensive to maintain than BMW, you're probably right, and you probably should not be watching this video. What's special about this car is that it's not turboed, and I know that's obvious for most of the people out there watching this video, but for those of you who don't know, the N52 is a inline six. This is the last of a 3 Series without a turbocharged motor. And what's important about that is that turbochargers typically mean more issues. I know some people will argue that, but in my opinion, in my past experience, I've seen that you're going to have better luck with a naturally aspirated motor. There's only going to be a few things with this particular car that you're going to have to look out for. Those few things include the electronic water pump. They introduced that in the E90, E92 series. They introduced this water pump that costs $700 new at BMW or so. You can find one used or a off-brand one for around $200 to $400. The labor and everything for a cooling system refresh in this car is around $500 to $800. You're going to want to do a refresh on the cooling system if it hasn't been done before, around 90 to 100,000 miles, give or take. It's just always a good idea to do with any car. This particular one costs a little bit more because of the newer style water pump. Not a huge deal. The only other thing that these cars are prone to having issues with is the oil pan gasket, which you'd think it's just a gasket and it's not that expensive, but it's around a $900 job. That is just because you have to drop the front subframe and whatnot, and it's a little bit more difficult than you'd think. In the used car market, everything varies on previous ownership and how they took care of the car, but this particular car I bought with 97,000 miles, and it's in good shape. It's a one-owner car, and it's been fully serviced by the dealer. With BMWs, you just have to know where to go or know how to do the few things that you should be able to do yourself. If you're completely against that and want to just do everything by a shop, you're probably better off not buying this car or making sure you have some money saved aside. That goes with any other car. You never know what issues you're going to get yourself into, but this particular car at least doesn't have any crazy catastrophic failure as opposed to some other cars. If you're looking for a more laid-back, boaty feel, I would say to go for the E90 series. Not that that isn't sporty either, but it definitely is a lot less sporty than the E92, because the E92s came with the sport suspension, which it's nice in some cases. In others, it can get a little bit old when you're looking for just a nice, comfortable daily. So feel free to leave me a comment or send me a direct message, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Whether it's this car versus others, or if there's any other issues with these cars and whatnot. I love answering questions that you guys have, and I love helping you guys out in any way I can. So with that, I want to send you guys off and say happy searching. I hope you find a good one.